case, a huge bridge. Wild, eh? We are leaving Membrillo, guys. Adios! Oh, guys. Leaving Membrillo. And we are headed to Panama City today. Probably gonna take us 3 to 4 hours to get there, depending if the Border Patrol police want to search me or detain me too much in any of the checkpoints. This place is called Sinai. This is where Landy's father-in-law lives, who went fishing with last night. Got home at 1 in the morning, divided the fish up, and then he walked, you know, another 30 minutes home. I was beat, but I'm still, probably just because I'm still, you know, recovering from being sick. But I love being and exploring these rural communities. Maybe it's weird to say, but I love being in indigenous communities. It's like going into another world. And there's so much wisdom. They've always got really smart, unique things that they do. You always learn something for sure. So this morning, also at breakfast, Landy and one of, I forget his name, but he was another guy I met in Yavisa. He came over actually to see me, and the three of us were eating breakfast, and we started talking about the immigration camp that is pretty much taken over in this area. And they told me that it was actually completely built by Americans. And I was like, what? And he told me, yeah, he said that the US Army came in with helicopters. And he said it was like all modular. He said it was like a puzzle piece. They just came with the helicopters and were just dropping stuff down, opening stuff up, generators, buildings, everything, all ready. And he said a lot of the houses actually got their roofs destroyed because they were telling me it was the helicopter with 2 blades. I was like, a Chinook? I showed them a picture of one, and they're like, yep, that's what came. And so I guess Chinooks came, were dropping generators, buildings, and created the processing for the immigration camp. To me, that just seems super weird. All of a sudden, US military comes to the Darien Gap and starts building immigration processing so that Panama can receive these immigrants. It's not to detain them though. That's what's weird. There's none of the process is like, you can't be here, what are you doing? All it is really just like a business. And actually most of Landy himself and a lot of his friends, the way a lot of them are making money now is by using the piraguas, the boats, and bringing loads of immigrants down to Senafront, so that Senafront Panama police can process them, and then they go into these little towns, they get charged money for Wi-Fi, they get charged money for if they want to have a tent, they got everything is a little business there. Nothing's given to them for free, and so I don't really know. And Landy's opinion is like they say this is like in the name of humanitarian efforts, like humanitarian aid, but he's like, I don't really see where that aid is going. The people don't really benefit from it. and no one really knows what's happening anyways. But basically, from there, they've got to pay money to, every time they use the boat, they got to pay money. They got to pay the like $60 or so to get on the bus with the Panamanian government through Cinefront, and Panama ships them to the Costa Rican border, which is just like, I don't know, I really want to understand the politics of it. But I've been in the Darien Gap now for probably close to around a month, and I would say pretty much everyone I meet is upset with the way the Panamanian government is handling it. You got the locals that don't want the immigrants passing through and, you know, every night, you know, coming by their house. And then you got people that want to help the immigrants, but here in the Darien province, you can't legally give them a ride. You can't pick them up. If you see them walking, you can't do that. I guess here with Landy, I don't know. Maybe there's a loophole because this is the comarca, which is like an Indian reservation, so they do have some of their own laws here. So maybe that's how the Indians are allowed to pick them up in the boats and charge them money. I don't know. I just think it's really weird. But yeah, also none of the indigenous guys are happy either, because Cinefront, they said, keeps taking more and more land. Just recently, Cinefront took 2 acres that they cut for a helicopter landing zone, and they didn't get permission, and it's on the comarca, so it's on the reservation land. That's their land. I don't know. What I do know though is I don't think this like humanitarian effort is in the name of like, let's help people. I for sure don't believe that. I don't know what the angle is. I don't know if these humanitarian groups get money based off how many immigrants they process, and there's a dollar amount attributed to each immigrant, and that. But based off talking to all the local people in a variety of different towns, it doesn't seem like anyone's really impressed with the way Cinefront is handling it. And a lot of them do want to help the immigrants, but they just don't see where's the help going? How are they being helped if it's just becoming a big business? Every little thing they do is they're being charged. But that was my little experience at Membrillo. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful area. I'll for sure come back one day, for sure. And I want to see what this place is like during the rainy season, and go further up the rivers. Right now the rivers have been a little bit too dry, so you can't get to all the spots that normally you can. Of course, I've got like some random weird desire to go deeper, further, and I think that could be achieved on during the rainy season when there's more water. Should have known you're gonna be a little spaz. Oh! Jump right through that barbed wire. Poor guy. Also, talking to Landy, I learned how much a piragua costs, that wooden boat. Take a guess with me right here. So I'm gonna say how long it is, and just form your own idea of how much you think it costs, and then I'm gonna say how much it costs. But for a wooden boat, handmade, with a good wood base, there's like cheaper woods you can build them out of. The cheap wood lasts like 4 to 5 years. A good wood would last like maybe 10. For one of those wooden boats, 30 feet long, just the boat. The motors you can throw behind, you know, any size motor you want. But just the boat, how much do you think that costs? I guessed around $5,000. I was wrong. Landy told me right now they cost $2,000. That seems wild to me. That seems way too cheap to think you could buy a handmade 30-foot canoe boat for $2,000. Brand new. Just the labor of alone, how long it takes to build those things. I don't know. It's wild to me. We gotta get past this truck. Lots of dust. Okay, guys. Now we're going into that town where I saw all the immigrants waiting. All right, here we go. Chinese words. All Chinese. All the little buildings with Chinese, like Chinese writing on it. I should really get off the bike and try to go talk to some of those guys, but something about like being on the motorcycle and being American, and like obviously they are doing something so hard right now, and just getting off and being like, so how's your trip been? I don't know, I just obviously I wouldn't mean it like that, but that's how it would come off. You know, that's how it would come off. Oh yeah, I'm an American, I'm just here for fun. If I wasn't on the bike, I would do it. I wouldn't mind. I don't like the feeling of like, oh, look at this bike I got. I just don't want to make people feel bad. Definitely wasn't just Chinese though. It's hot, guys. Probably in the it's in the 90s right now. All we got now is just follow this, guys, for a couple hours. Oh my gosh, we gotta say hi to these guys again. Do you remember me?
Yes.
Yeah. How's it going, brother?
It's going good. How
Elders. Holy cow. Huh?
Returning from your visa?
But yeah, I just wanted to say hi. You guys doing all right?
Yeah. Very hot. Are you gonna keep hanging around here, or are you fixing it?
I'm gonna go to the city now. I'm going back to Panama City.
And then after that?
You already know, guys. You already know we gotta take a picture with the Darien sign right here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool landmark. Lots of teak, guys. More and more teak wood. what a big day. I just got here into Panama City. I'm at the place, I've stayed here before. This room is kind of like an office space, but I got a mattress for me, air, and this is basically a spot where the Wunan tribe will send kids that want to go study college here in Panama City. They'll rent out this space for them and basically just charge them enough to like keep the lights on, kind of thing. And so a lot of Wunan kids that are studying college will come here and use this area. Anyways, I'm gonna change real quick and then go grab some dinner. So I parked the bike outside and I walked in and said hi and stuff, and they're like, "This is your home, you know, you just drive on in." Immediately when they saw I was here, like went inside, turned the AC on for me, and was like, ah, just so nice, such good people. Anyways.
Y los bonan comemos mucho también.
¿Sí?
Sí. Ajá. Mira, el one. Esto Adán, muy bien. Con eso fue que crecimos, Landon.
Gracias. Adiós. The second massive bridge that spans over the Panama Canal. Technically it's the lake, but it's the start on the Atlantic side of Panama Canal. And we are still gaining altitude. We are still climbing right now. No one's behind me. Wow, humans made this thing. It always blows my mind when I go under, or you know, you see a giant building, or in this case a huge bridge. I mean, look at how big these cables are. And yeah, humans built this, you know? Still no one over here. There's some of the locks over there. I don't know if you guys can see it right now. It's a couple boats going through. Wild, eh? Absolutely massive. One day I wouldn't mind going through the canal on a sailboat. I'm gonna save that for when I get married though, guys. So I'm gonna do it with my wife. We're gonna get a sailboat. And now we are off the big highway. This is exactly what I wanted to see. So right now I'm going down actually now, back technically towards Panama City, but look at these. So that boat getting pushed by this tugboat, so cool. Actually literally right here we can see the railroad tracks where the boats get connected to the little trains that get pulled through the actual skinny part of the canal. I also haven't ate anything today, so I should find a place. Maybe got like 2 more hours of sunlight. It'd be cool if I could just camp out in the middle of that field, eh? They probably wouldn't appreciate that though. Now time to look for some food, guys. This is kind of our last chance to look for food. What's this? What an experience. So I was eating some dinner right there, and anyways, next to that restaurant there's like a bar, and they're getting ready to have like a huge cockfight. Yeah, like I'll show you the arena right here and everything. And all the guys, they were like, dude, you should stay, you should stay. And I was just like, you know, I don't really have anywhere to stay, you know, I'm trying to camp. And they're like, well, you know, we'll get a spot for you, but I just didn't, the main guy, not the main guy who I liked the most, but there's a different guy who's like, you could stay with me, and I don't know, I just didn't get the right vibe from it. So anyways, now I'm trying to hurry up and find somewhere I can camp out at. It's, I got maybe about 20 minutes of sunlight. So I gotta try to find, oh, that actually looks like a pretty good spot right there. It's like an abandoned building. It's really close to town though. I gotta try to find a farmer that will let me sleep on his property. Señor, disculpe. Voy a ponerme al lado para que no estoy tanto en el calle. Estoy buscando un lugar para encampar. Dormir en quizás un portero o donde hay un campo.
No sé, ahí puede, ya está ahí. Ahí puede.
Con este persona por allá. ¿Hay alguien allí?
Sí, está el señor, está la señora. ¿Y usted qué se dedica?
Yo soy un youtuber.
Pero, ¿eso qué quiere decir?
Hago videos de viajando en mi moto.
¿De otro país acá?
¿Ah?
¿De otro país?
Soy de Estados Unidos, sí. Como está cerrado, yo creo que voy a seguir. Sí. Gracias, hermano. Maybe right here, guys. Maybe just straight up right here. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Now look. Yeah, we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, which is I like. I don't see any houses. Yeah, I'm gonna do it right here, guys. No one lives there. The spiders. It's locked. Yeah, we're gonna camp here.